The mystery of DNB is rapidly unraveling. Every day, the people learn more about how this deal, which was hatched under a shroud of secrecy, is bad for them and bad for Malaysia, and only good for a few friends of politicians and cronies. It's business as usual in Malaysia. The Malaysian government under PN and now under UMNO likes to claim that it wishes to create an environment that is business-friendly and attractive to FDI. Yet its actions on 5G in particular demonstrate the exact opposite. Businesses wish for consistency of policy, fairness and transparency. 5G policy in Malaysia is anything but. Since taking control of the government in March 2020, PN has made erratic decisions about the 5G project. On 15 May 2020, 5G Spectrum Awards were granted in secrecy to several local companies without any transparent public tender. These awards were rescinded just 2 weeks later, again without explanation. Later, the PN government announced a plan to construct a government-owned wholesale market for 5G services with a cost estimate in the billions of ringgit. In fact, extending from 12 to 15 to 18 to 20 billion. This plan was announced without any parliamentary deliberation and mostly on the basis of closed-door negotiations. The tender exercise was also not public. When this announcement was made, most industry experts failed to understand why Malaysia would, in the year 2021, opt to create a telco monopoly in the 5G space. Other countries are raising billions of dollars from selling access to 5G spectrum. Malaysia, on the other hand, is borrowing money to build a government-owned network. Month later, we see the private sector in Malaysia does not want to touch this project with a 10-foot pole. Other than the government-owned telcos, who may be obligated to support, the private MNOs are staying away. The billions in revenue which were supposed to be generated are nowhere to be found. Will a bailout be necessary? That the government is now backtracking and saying it will revisit the wholesale model 21 months after saying that the wholesale model would accelerate it. That the government is now backtracking and saying it will revisit the wholesale model 21 months after saying that the wholesale model would accelerate it time to market. It is as predictable as it is distressing. That a deputy minister claimed, shockingly, in Parliament, that the Minister of Finance forced the decision and made a unilateral decision to appoint DNB suggests a major scandal is about to be revealed. Why is the MOF so intent to award to one company without any deliberation? Who are the special interests that are benefiting, and how are they connected to leaders in the ruling government at the time? These are a bunch of crony, flunky businessmen with shady background and track records. This is also clear warning that whatever or whenever government suspends Parliament by writ of emergency, avoids Parliament, shuts down debate in Parliament, it most certainly has something to hide from the people. Why does the government need to pay intermediaries to get service from the private sector, besides creating DNB? The PN government awarded in late February this year 3 local entities to be preferred partners for cloud service providers, Microsoft, Google, and Amazon. They will build and manage hyperscale data strong centers. There was no public tender. Does Amazon, Google, and Microsoft need some unknown local company to help it provide cloud services? Have they not been in this business long enough to know what they are doing? Is Malaysia so special we need these companies in the middle? How much extra do they charge that the government must pay? We need independent regulators and real parliamentary oversight. Every time we dig, we find more dirt. Whether PN or UMNO is always the same. Thank you.